Hi everybody, it's Dan from Mink Gaming. Welcome back to Battletech. This is Season 1, Episode 16, and we're rejoining Aegis Marauders orbiting over Linghaoguan. We did, I think, 3 battles here. Unfortunately, in the last 2 battles, we had an injury to one pilot and then the other pilot. We did spend their XP, and there is no store here. There are no contracts here in addition. The only contracts we have available are the story, which or campaign, which leads us to Weldry, and then we have a very high-paying escort that's to Martian, which heat can be issues on Martian planet. 2 skulls. I'm not a big fan of escorts, but whew, look at that money. And then, and the system that's going to is Untran, 14 days. And then there's this one that's also going to Untran. That's a battle. Martian, 1 skull, still good pay, but not nearly as much. So we like battles because they're pretty much, I eliminate you, you eliminate me kind of situations. The last battle we were in was 1.5 skulls, and they had a reinforcement lance, and it was impressive. So that might happen again here, but that's the one we're going to do. But because it's going to take 14 days of travel, what we discussed briefly in other episodes was, 1, my guys are going to heal when we get there, so I don't need a spare mech warrior. 2, since we have travel, I'm going to do some minor refitting of some of our mechs to try and, let's say, optimize them a little bit. So we're going to start with the quick draw. Quick draw is our 1 heavy. He's barely a heavy, but he's a heavy. And taking a look, he's at using full tonnage utilization. But we do have sort of a mix of weapons. We've got the medium lasers, the SRM-4, but then we have the LRM-10. In addition, look at this. It looks like he's carrying about half the possible armor he could. Now, sometimes that's what you want to do because you want to fit more weapons or more mobility or something like that. In this case, we do kind of use the quick draw as a brawler or, to take some hits and things like that. And so we want to do 2 things. We want to get rid of the LRM, maybe replace it. And we want to save some weight somewhere so we can put some more armor on. So when you do things in refitting, like take stuff off or put stuff on, it'll tell you if you hit confirm. You don't have to confirm, but it'll tell you how much the cost is and how long it takes. So right now I guess it's always a minimum of 1 day. But removing stuff seems to take like almost no time at all. Putting stuff in, like new weapons and things like that, takes quite a bit of time. Again, the time is affected by your mech tech rating of your dropship. Ours is 3, not real high. So we'll take that off. Then let's get I'm thinking let's get an SRM-6 in there. Okay, so now we have these 2, and that's going to be 10 if we fire them together. 10. The SRM ammo, 1 ton of it has 100 rounds. So that'd be enough for firing both of these total 10 times. I'm okay with that. Now, what else do we got? Well, we have 3 tons remaining, so that'd be pretty good for armor. So let's get some armor on this puppy. Again, you can use these buttons up here to just sort of say, do your best to fill out my armor. I'm kind of doing this manually because I don't think there's enough tonnage here. Definitely not enough tonnage here to armor up fully. And as a matter of fact, I still feel under. Now this guy had a lot of mobility with the 5 jump jets. I'm going to remove one. By the way, let's see how long this is going to take right now. So 7 days for the SRM-6, and then we didn't put any ammo in. That's right. That's the only thing. So we're talking roughly 7 days. So we just got an extra ton because I got rid of that jump jet. So we're going to use that extra ton. It doesn't go nearly as far as you'd think it might. See, right there, already. We got 90, 90, 100. Wow. Well, I would love to put more heat sinks on. You know, and by the way, if you move something, that counts as taking it off and putting it on, so that'll add days. This is what we're going to roll with because this already had heat issues, so I'm not looking to not super heat issues, but I'm not looking to do any more. That is still quite an upgrade in armor to what it used to be, and so it should be able to. Here, I'll even do this. Not that I want to limit those arms, but 500, 100. Yeah, that's fine. So that's what we'll roll with. Okay, sounds good. So you can see it appears in our timeline now in 7 days. The travel is going to again be 14 days to the system. So I'm going to make another minor or I'm going to make some other modifications to the BJ1, the blackjack, which is on the bench. But you know, we might end up bringing it into action. I'm going to get rid of these AC2s because the AC2s have this extreme range, but we're limited by map size and sort of engagement range because of sensors. So these actually take up, what is it, like 6 tons a piece. Instead, I'm going to put an AC5 in, which does close to the same damage as 2 of these. Not quite. So we're going to put an AC5 in. In addition, you can see this guy's not fully armored up either. We're going to put some AC5 ammo in. Okay. And then this guy definitely ran hot as well. So I am going to go ahead and put a heat sink in. And with that in mind, one, that saves us 3 tons, so we can definitely armor up. Matter of fact, we're probably going to be able to armor up quite a bit. Go to 100 on each of these. Yeah, oh yeah. Now we have a decision here. Right now, I have a ton. So if I feel fairly good, and I could tweak the armor a little bit, but if I feel fairly good about the armor, and I do feel pretty good about this armor, I could use that ton for either another heat sink. Can't use it for another jump jet. And it looks like we've got the full fortive, so we've got the full energy slot. I'm not going to put another, it'd be way too much. It has to be just a little 1-ton type of a thing. We do have a support slot. I could put like a small laser on there, or a machine gun, or a flamer. I'm gonna put another heat sink on. What I'm gonna do. And then as far as this, down this, and we'll use that 5 where? Right in the chest. That's what we'll go with. Okay? So just sort of a change in weaponry and a reduction of heat and an increase in armor. So shouldn't really change their firepower. Maybe even make it even easier to keep up the kapo, kapo, pow, pow. So let's look at the time. This is going to take 12 days. And it's going to take 12 days because not only did we put an AC5 for 7 days, we had to put some ammo in there. And we put 2 heat sinks in each of 2 days. Okay? There we go. So, at this point, as you can see, because these are additive, it works on the first one first and then the second one. It's going to be 19 days before both are done, but this one will get done in 7, if you get my drift. Okay, let's get to the action. Let's cross our fingers. So, we're going to take this one. We're going to negotiate. Pretty good pay. I'm thinking, yep, we'll take just slightly more salvage. I don't know, guys. Sure. We are going to, we're about to hit the month, so we're going to have that roughly 200, and I forget what we're up to, 70,000 bill or something like that coming in. So something to be aware of. That's why we always want to be earning some money. Okay, so the high spirits tag on 2 of our people from an event expired. I think the modifications on the quick draw were completed as well. Excuse me. Now let's see here. Okay, so there's the monthly expenses. Yeah, 273,000. That's where we are. I mean, we're doing good. We can make up that. I'm not going to increase the morale. I'm not going to be generous. I would love to have higher morale so we could do more cold shots and things, but that's a big jump for us, 100,000 with what we're making these days. So I'm going to keep it at normal. I can see people who might do that though, you know. Players who might take that risk. Because I just tend to be a little bit conservative. But I'm sure, you know, we're probably making enough to deal with it, and so that's what they say. Why not have the extra? It pays off, right? The thought. So both people are healed. They're still working on the blackjack. That's fine. And we're going to head down, planet side. Okay. We're going to leave Behemoth in. Medusa will sit on the bench because Behemoth was on the bench for a long time. Glitch is back. So looks like we've got EG in the quick draw. We're going to actually move EG to the Shadowhawk. Quick draw is definitely sort of a alpha targeted brawler. We want someone with bulwark. Going to draw some fire. Centurion's the same, and Decker's in that. And then that's fine. This got the slightly longer range. This guy will just be more mobile with, even though it's not that mobile. It's amusing. Ironic. Okay, so we're good. Let's go. Planet side. So the 2 biggest things I'm concerned with here on this particular planet. 1, heat, because it's not a cool or a normal planet. It's one that actually does not get rid of heat well. And 2, reinforcements. So we got to be real smart about it. In addition, well, we'll see. I don't know that there's any other real mitigating factors on this surface, like how's cover, is there any water that can help mitigate it? I don't recall. I don't know that I've actually ever been on this planet type before. So, but we will see when we land. Now, one of the things I feel like I've noticed, AI is always tough for to code. And so there are many games, most games, where, you know, they struggle to make them that good against the really good people. And I'm not one of the really good people, but devs do struggle. And I felt like while I was able to sort of suck the AI into like funnels and stuff early, it's almost like they've gotten a little bit smarter and better. So I'm sorry, this is, whoa, god awful terrain. But it looks like there's these whirlwinds. They reduce movement and spotting distance, but they provide some cover, but it doesn't stack with guarded. Kind of like forest, but not quite. I don't see any water. I see some terrain. There might be some rough ground. And rather than go straight on, I think I'm going to go left. I mean, we can go straight up and left, but yeah, I think I'm going to go left. You know me, I have this aversion to, I feel like going straight on plays right into their hands. So what I will do is, remember we always try and move my slowest guys first, just because otherwise, wow, yeah, so he's going to be far behind, so I'm going to keep everybody and let him catch up. Just pack them together, right? Now, on this quick draw, we reduced the, remember we took 1 jump jet off, and yet, you know, still seems pretty dang mobile. So that's a good thing. That was, you know, a slight concern. We definitely wanted the extra armor and stuff, but it was a slight concern how much that would affect mobility. Wow, that's a long enemy turn there, folks. Okay, back to EG. You know, I don't mind early on sprinting EG2 sometimes. Hopefully that doesn't affect him. It means he doesn't get to brace, which I'm not a fan of course, but, you know, in the first couple turns, tend to be, I hate to say it, safe from running, if you will.
Acknowledged.
But you're all right.
No sweat.
Okay. Still no enemy yet. That's to be expected. We actually haven't moved that far forward yet. Dum dum dum. I don't know what's up with these enemy turns.
Ready for orders.
Maybe they're building like a sandcastle or something. Tiddlywinks. Sorry. No, I'm not sure I've ever played Tiddlywinks, but obviously it was a term that I'd heard growing up.
Lifting off.
Keeping everybody together. Our plan.
I copy.
Copy.
I leap. I soar.
Okay, a little bit too excited there, Glitch, about leaping and soaring. Kid, this isn't a game. Wait. Okay.
Yes,
Sort of.
Commander.
It's very confusing. Okay, so this is the border. So we got some whirlwinds. You know, so we'll stay on this side of the whirlwinds. We'll kind of like sort of aim for this ridge, and we'll work our way up this ridge. Oop, stupid.
Standing by.
Yeah, we're doing you next. Bracing.
Waiting for orders.
Well, then we will give you some orders. Glitch. Remember what we said. No glee.
Uh-huh.
No happiness allowed in this lance, this mercenary organization. Okay, still.
Waiting for orders.
Now I am at this point. I pretty much am expecting that we are going to hit someone anytime soon.
Orders.
It's just, you know, it's about the right time, if you will.
Firing jump jet.
How much we've moved forward, that type of thing.
Engaging jump jet.
Okay, Glitch. Let's hear how excited you are about jumping forward. Oh, there we go.
Bad guys.
Yep, okay, so we got one right there. It is a light. It's going to go. It's a 20-ton, almost guaranteed a locust. Don't know all the mechs, but and it's firing. It is okay. The laser missed, but it looks like some of the missiles did, but we were braced, so we took half damage. We got a 25-tonner, and it's firing too. Not sure what that was. A large laser? Didn't seem like a PPC to me. Okay, I guarantee there are others out there. So we really just have to make a choice. I'm going to reserve, get everybody moving. Okay. We just have to make a choice, you know, who's the threat, and we don't want to go too far.
Receiving you.
Does anyone have a shot? Shot there?
Yes,
No,
Commander.
no one has a shot. So he's got a lot of evasive bonuses, and this guy probably has a few too. Not thrilled about locusts,
Good
but
to go.
locusts don't nearly scare me as much as typically other mechs. So if I can get in range, and that is what I'm going to do, We're going to use the Shadowhawk as we often use it for sort of, let's remove some evasive bonuses on the enemy. So we're moving forward. It looks like, okay, it's a commando. Yeah, I bet that is exactly what that is. Let's take a look real quick. So he's got the medium laser 2 LRM-5s. We've seen that build before. Large laser SRM-2 and medium laser. Okay, so it looks like they are also both not, they both have previous damage. The commando has 3 evasion bonuses, so we have a choice. I can either take one off of each, right? LRM one guy, AC5 the other guy, or I could use sensor lock on the commando, sort of focus him down. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to sensor lock on the commando. Try and make it significantly easier for our fellows. Okay. I consider the commando, I'm not a fan of LRMs, don't get me wrong, but I consider the commando just a slightly bigger threat.
Waiting for orders.
Say slightly. So, Centurion, my friend. Can you get close enough? Not as close as I would like. I'm trying to get him into that. When I say that, do you guys see this? I'll show you here. You see that arc? I'm trying to get him just into that arc. Not the big ranged arc, or the light gray arc, or the darker, I don't know, the more whitish. The arc closer to me rather than the other one. I think that's basically a display of range. And while I could still hit him with medium weapons at this point, the percent chance might be higher. Unfortunately, neither one's going to really get there, so I will... More accurate. Great question that I don't know the answer to, and it may not be worth my time to figure it out. Yeah, I'm sure you can look at your MechWarrior stats somewhere, but apparently just, it's not displayed somewhere super obvious, so whatever. So I'm going to move him forward.
Affirmative.
I have no idea where the other, I guarantee their friends are out there. So this is not the kind of chances I was hoping for. So what I'm going to do is 50s. I'm going to fire 2 lasers. A, that removes an evasive bonus. And B, maybe I'll hit, maybe I won't.
Locked on target.
Okay. Not places I got some structure exposed because he was kind of scrappy. Not really. I would have loved it if I hit him in the center core with even one of those lasers, because that would have mean that I would have felt like I could follow up with, for example, glitch, and that I'd be willing to take like a what do you call it, shot, aimed or a called shot. But now I'm going to look at this, and glitch's chances aren't going to be that hot either. I'm pretty sure. That's not bad. So I think we are going to do a cold shot. We just want to take stuff out as we can. And so we're going to aim for the center torso. And do we want to fire everything? He fired, so he's not guarded. He's got 70. Oof. It's a tough one. If I hit with all of those, or 3 out of the 4, that would do it, but they'd have to hit the center. I think we're gonna fire full blast, guys. He's not gonna be doing anything for that turn, plus who knows. Okay. Commando down. Yeah, so it's at least a group of 4, and then again, I'm concerned reinforcements is a possibility. So, that in mind.
Waiting for orders.
You do not have a shot, right? Oh, you do have a shot. It's a pretty dang awful shot. It's not going to generate much in the way of heat, which I'm actually a little surprised by. You got bulwark, so we're going with this.
Aye, aye.
Doubtful, but maybe lucky. Nope. No luck. Well, the LRM hit. Probably hit one of his arms. Locust arms, or they hardly ever armor them. Because two reasons. One, such a light mech, and there's nothing valuable in the arms. And then two, now that's actually interesting, because he can't spot me, so he's not going to be able to fire. He won't be able to LRM fire. So I can only imagine he's waiting for, yes, his friends. Another 25 tonner. Commando, maybe. I don't think it's a Jenner. Another 25 tonner. Commando. Okay. Ooh, he's in. Someone went in the radiation. I don't know where the radiation is, but that doesn't sound fun. Extra heat. So I know Jenners are 35 tons. I forget what fire starters are, and we haven't seen too many lights outside the ones we just named. I guess the Panther too. So looks like a commando. So he's got quite a bit of evasive bonus. I would assume this guy does too. Part of me is, well, I'm going to reserve. Get everybody moving at the same time.
Right move.
Two,
Commander.
these guys are all pretty good.
I hear ya.
You are not. And if I completely braced you, wow. See, that's like more than half his heat bar, but pretty close to half. It's so it's going to take, when they full alpha on this, it's not a good thing. So I am going to brace with him. He's just giving up his turn.
Orders.
Deal with them. And I would like to. This commando didn't fire. Nobody fired, truthfully. It's a bummer. Can I target him? I can. So he is damaged. Well, well. Okay, so what we're going to do is EG. We can do the kind of same thing we did before, but we're going to move back in this direction. We want to make sure we have a shot. We'll here. And we're going to try and remove, even though he's got the, we don't want to waste a whole bunch of heat, but with these guys, I must feel like, you know, you should be firing, because their heat level is not very high.
Engaging target.
Okay, well, you know, got a couple little hits, removed an evasive bonus, if you will.
What's up, boss?
I'm also going to move you back, and very tempted to get you closer. Looks like you're going to be able to eye me unless I move here. I don't know what the dotted line is about. Does that mean I won't be in range? The only thing I can think of. So what I may do is move somewhere like here. Right, that this will keep me out of sight of the one. Not that it really matters. And I'm mainly moving. Actually, I can't even tell you why I'm moving. To tell you the truth. Present myself as a target. I don't know. So I am out of range here. So I'm just going to brace. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Actually, wait a minute. So bracing will give me a guarded, which is probably important. Yeah, I'm going to brace. And Behemoth,
Orders.
who can bulwark if he stays in place, going to take a shot at you. It's not going to be great, but we're going to go for it. Nope. Big fat missies. Well, not complete, but the PPC was the big single shot damage dealer there. Okay, so the Locust is coming back forward. We're going to see some LRM fire, I have no doubt. Good, good. Glad I braced there. Okay, Commando. Again. Sneaky, sneaky. I'm a little confused about that. Okay, yeah, those were SRMs. That makes sense. So I took half damage, 4s versus 8s. And then this commando comes forward. Whew. Okay. Took some hits, but we took it on our sort of more armored mechs. And the good thing is, A, they closed the distance for us. Thank you for that. B, they did not stay guarded. They shot. So this is our best opportunity to do what we do best. Commandos are my targets over the Locust. Unfortunately, some of them have, that's not too bad, but he's got 3 evasive bonuses. So again, I think we're going to use EG. Wow, this is kind of tempting. EG can actually, he could probably do a medium laser, AC5. He could take a widget off of everybody. And I think that is what I'm going to do. But we're not going to be able to target them all. That's why I tend not to do that kind of a thing. We just don't have enough mechs to be able to fire at them all. We just need to kind of focus on the one. So instead, we're going to move here. But we just want a maximum evasive without getting too much out of the action. Oh, that's pretty good. So EG will go here. EG's going to sensor lock the front commando. Yep, there we go. That's a slightly different configuration from the first one we saw, right? That had the large laser. This has the medium laser and 10 worth of SRMs. That 2D, these may both be configured similarly. Now, you on the other hand, you're gonna wait. Yep, you're my boy. You're bulwarked. What do we got for a precision strike on this guy? Did he move close enough to make this fun? He did. Okay, so again, we're gonna aim for the center. He's got 47. If we hit with both medium lasers, that would be enough. We're going to tag at least 1 SRM in there. Wow, that's not producing nearly as much heat as I thought it was going to. So we're going to tag 2 SRMs to be confident, and we're going to town. Thank you.
Target neutralized.
Okay. Now. Okay, so missile fire from somewhere means reinforcements.
I'm picking up a new sensor.
Sure enough.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
So what that means to me is we want to control our heat and we want to finish these guys out as soon as humanly possible. Oof. Thinking about trying to use you to remove 1 strike from here. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to ignore the commando temporarily. And we're going to take shots at this guy, as we did before. I'm not going to fire the medium laser. I am firing the other things because it's a decent chance, even though that's going to get our heat up a bit. Damn it. Would have really been good if you'd hit with that PPC, sir. Or madam. Okay, glitch. I know we got... Ow. So they've got... Glad the Centurion's out front with guarded. Yeah. It's another reason to take these guys out, because they can't really... The only reason they can LRM us is because these guys are in, let's call it, spotting range. Heat is a big issue here. Feel like we want to move some. We're going here.
Got it.
I may not be able to fire anything this round. I may just need to be smart and brace. I'm going to look at this. Of course, that's with everything. I feel like the smart move is probably going to be to brace. If we brace, what happens to our heat? Wow, that was not as much heat loss. That jump jet must have been, that was probably a foolish move. I mean, the brace is fine, but the jumping over, I should have just braced in place, you know. Well, he made it a little bit easier, in theory. Okay, this guy's moving some. Probably not a lot, so these guys probably got one evasive. Centurion's getting tired of being beat on, though.
Systems holding.
Job, Decker. Okay, well, we know they're out there, but we need to focus on what we're seeing here. Yeah, and they aren't even on the chart, because I guess they don't go on the chart? I don't know. So, I'm actually thinking we're going to use EG, how we have been using EG, but rather than sensor lock this time, hoping that jumping forward, this is for just evasive bonuses, folks. It's fun. Because again, it helps. It doesn't help a lot, but it does help. So we're going to multi-target, and we are going to change you to Bravo, and these can stay there, and you go to Bravo. So, you know, this is going to be some heat. We might get lucky hits, we might not. The arm does not count. Very nice. Probably the arm too, but EG did the job we wanted. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, Decker. You're probably going to have to sit there and take stuff for another round, which is a slight bummer. But that, you know, we want you to.
Commander.
Yeah, you're getting hot too.
You.
Wonder why I do not have an attack on the other guy. So one of the things I need to learn how to do, and I don't know how to do it, and maybe someone else does, is how do I turn in place? Because my understanding is bulwark will still work, but I don't know how to. Okay, it looks like if I do this, I can turn in place, but I don't know how. Okay, I just click on my feet. The reason I want to do this is, obviously I want to present my front. Now, I consider, again, the bigger threat to me is this commando. I am going to full, even though we're going to have to take a long time, but because I can't choose the target with a cold shot, I am using everything I got.
Firing all weapons. Solid
Well,
action on that one.
we hit a bunch of stuff, but we did not center core him.
Standing by.
Just for kicks, why don't you show me what's left? So he has no weapons left, and he is, you know, about as close to going under as humanly possible. My problem here is chances not high, chances high.
Roger.
Okay.
Let's hit them hard.
Unfortunately, the locust is still here, which can target us or reveal us to the reinforcements. We are also experiencing heat penalties or significant heat on multiple mechs. Glitch, I am going to have you stay in place. And I'm tempted to fire something. If I don't, I could get rid of all my heat. If I do, even something. Firing. What if I fired like my most accurate stuff? Well, I think I should fire something. That's a decent accuracy. Oh man, I could do a called shot. I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. This is gonna make us all super high risk as far as heat. But number one, I can aim at the center. Number two, my chance is higher with the called shot. His center is 37. I probably don't need to fire all these. So, actually, I want to fire those, though. I need to hit with at least 2 of those medium lasers. I'm okay with that.
Here we go!
Beautiful. Very, very good.
Stay down!
Now, I believe that's the main objective. So I believe, I'm not sure, I haven't done it. I believe, like, if I wanted to, like, withdraw or whatever and get out of here, I could at this point. I'm not 100% sure. So it's our turn. We don't know where they are. So we know they were in range of missiles, but still probably far away. So I'm going to just have everybody brace. Because I'm going to try and get rid of this heat.
Got it.
Okay.
More potential salvage on the field.
Okay, vehicle. 2 vehicles. I believe there's probably more than that. I'll be honest with you. Reserve.
Reserving action.
Hit reserve one more time. Okay, 35 tonner. Striker. He'll fire. Okay, that's quick draw. Quite a few hits, but I believe the quick draw was braced, which is good. Another 35 tonner. Another striker, but I haven't seen another vehicle. Come on, or mech.
Is that it? I'm barely scratched.
I don't want to get too excited that maybe it's only those 2, but maybe. So they're evasive. We can see this one, and its evasive bonus is like 1. I don't think that one has any. So we've definitely got a lot of potential here.
Good to go.
And while our heat isn't perfect, it's pretty damn good, relatively speaking. So again, we're going to use EG, who really hasn't taken much, if any, damage. And we're going to use EG again because A, good scout. B, we want the evasive bonuses. And C, we can remove that one on that one guy. So we're going to multi-target. And we're just going to split it. Oh, looks like we can fire everything, which works for me. Bravo's going to be we're going to put the big guns on Bravo because the chance to hit is better. And then we'll leave the LRM to get rid of the evasive bonus on Alpha. Okay? By the way, these guys are fully armored, it looks like, which is usual for the reinforcements. And I'm sure as we advance the game, we will just all the time, anything we meet will be like in, pristine condition. Okay, so now they've got nothing. No armor left.
Commander.
Okay, where is the best you can... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's get up here, boys and girls. And
Lifting off.
now, we do have enough for a cold shot, and I have not seen another mech. That doesn't mean there isn't one. But cold shot is useful even on vehicles, because then you can just make sure I shouldn't say make sure, but you have a higher chance to hit the one spot and core it out, if you will. We're going to do it. It's not like I can knock these guys down. So, we're going to do a precision strike. We're going to aim for Bravo. And looks like the best chance we have is at the front. So we'll just aim at there. So we need to do, what is that? 86, 89. If we fire everything, we have issues with heat. So this should be like 50, 150, you know, but misses can happen, so we're going to fire it all. There's why, because we obviously did not all hit the location we were trying to go for.
Ready for orders.
The Vindicator is going to jump forward so that it has shots at both.
I copy.
And then I am going to aim at the same one. I can't take an aim shot, so I'm just hoping the LRMs, medium laser, something. Whew, this is like a lot of heat. Wow, was I in some kind of cooling joint? I don't know. Oh, well, I wasn't moving before and I just jumped. So I am going to take a chance and I'm going and I'm hoping. That's really what it is. I think that's the most likely spot to hit because he's facing me dead on, but we'll see.
Locking on target.
Hey, success. Okay,
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
I've misjudged because we just destroyed a vehicle and we are at 25% reinforcements. So this is a bad misjudge on my part. I'm going to walk forward. Does that move me through here? No, not walking forward. I can walk forward this way. I think that's what we're going to do. I do not want to walk through the radiation field. Yeah, this will be fun.
Got it.
I am concerned because we have put 2 people at very high heat, and we know now that there are at least 2 other units beyond this vehicle out there. So taking a look at this guy, you know, it's just going to be random where we're hitting, which is unfortunate. It looks like we could fire. I know there's a huge risk to that, but looks like we can fire everything. Good. Anything that can't fire at us, you know, that's my motto. That's a good thing. Now, we're going to go out of combat because that would be awesome. Looks like we did, which means 2 things are going to happen. We're just going to all brace. It does leave the Centurion out front, who has definitely taken some damage. Gonna brace one more turn.
Cooling down a bit.
That should be everybody at normal.
I copy.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Okay, so now we're back. I'm assuming they're over here somewhere, because where else would they be? So we are back to our
Waiting for orders.
original movement strategy, right? Slowest guys move forward first.
Orders.
And nobody leaves anyone behind. I'm actually going to have the Centurion, who has slightly better movement anyway, but be slightly back. Just because it's taken probably a few more hits. I mean, I think if I looked at the armor, it's still pretty good, but we also still do not know what we're facing.
Affirmative.
I don't understand how half their reinforcement lance
What's up, boss?
can like be engaged with us, and the other guy is not over here. That
Yes, Commander.
seems odd.
Here we go.
But we will sally forth, see what we can find. It's like, okay, where are you? We're going to stay away from that. That's a radiation field, so we're going to go a little bit to this side.
Engaging jump jets.
Commander. Roger that.
I don't know what just happened.
Good to go.
That's what just happened, I guess.
Copy that.
Taking the high road.
I don't know how to. This seems silly. Not willing to withdraw without killing them, but it seems
Waiting for orders.
silly. It's like looking for.
Ready for orders.
It's like, do me a favor, do a scan of the area. Tell me where they are. Still haven't found them. I'm kind of trying to head for that.
Standing by.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm kind of going from where I thought the tanks came from, so it's not like I'm really going way out of my way, but I don't know whether that... There we go. What is he doing? I don't know. Ah, sigh.
Up high.
Just gonna hide on the hill the whole time? I mean, what was your plan, Mr. Tank? Or whatever you are? What was your plan?
Ready, set.
Okay, so I'm assuming your friend's here too. Please let your friend... Oh, there they both are. Yay! Well, you guys definitely have high vantage points. I'll give you that. We're gonna reserve.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Yep. You guys seriously aren't going to down the hill. They're not. Oh, you leave us little choice then.
What can I do for you?
I do not think I can move the Shadowhawk far. Ooh, I can. I can get line of sight on one of them. But what is this? Rough terrain. I'm not happy with rough terrain. Well, here's what we're gonna do. If they shouldn't be able to see us, that's what I'm claiming.
Engaging
Right?
jets.
Sound believable? Know that it is believable, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Can there. Okay.
Jump in.
Get everybody up nice and close. Well, not close, but like right outside there.
Yes, Commander.
If they see, this is all rough ground, that's why I didn't. Yeah, so you can see people there. So I'll go here.
Jumping.
I have enough movement that he'll be able to next turn, like, you know, jump out and get shots. Glitch.
I hear ya.
Yeah, you sure do. Yep, yep, yep.
Time to fly.
Okay. Let's go, boys and girls. Okay, they're still holding. I am reserving and letting the other one go. So, in theory, we should be able to move out. It's really long range. And then we should get another turn before, well, the one moves. But anyway,
Waiting for orders.
you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to max move up.
Engaging jet.
So they both should be guarded. They are not. It's almost like they got loaded. Oh, that's probably what it is. They got dropped off right on the border and they're trapped. That's essentially the deal. They're trapped. So it was just bad game design, RNG, trapped them up there. They'll be able to fire at me, I have no doubt. But that's why they did not join their fellow friends, which of course made it easier on us, which is slightly unfair, but you know, hey, I'm not going to complain too much, right? So, with the one, AC5 MG, I don't like you, Mr. Missileboat. and I'm going to fire everything at you. Yes, sir.
All weapons committed.
We got some good hits. Obviously, didn't do enough to penetrate, but
Ready for orders.
it's a good start.
Good to go.
Yep.
Affirmative.
Same deal here. Looks like we can fire 3 with a decent chance. Yeah, we pretty much spread out all over. Whew! That PPC was way off. That was not what I was hoping for.
Standing by.
Not gonna cry a river about it, but that is not what I was hoping for. Okay, so we're coming up here. Moving full forward, thank you, sir. And, yeah, the tank can be your friend. And as a matter of fact, at this point... Whoa, not what I meant to do. Yeah, we want it on the tank. I don't know why that... There we go. Which is, yeah, that's pretty easy. We'll just aim for that.
Firing.
Wow, that was severely not lucky.
What can I do for you?
Well, Glitch, why don't you jump full forward? Yeah, full forward. And I'm going to actually ask you to do something that's probably the stupidest thing in the world. Rather than fire at one and make sure it's dead, we're going to have you target both. And we're going to go ahead and say, okay, bravo, bravo, and we're going to fire the medium lasers at alpha. Yeah, let's do that.
No problem. I've got enough guns for everyone.
Yay, one's done. And, you know, I'm happy with one being done. I would be happier with both, but, you know, that's not bad. Both surviving would have been a slight bummer. We actually get to go before the striker anyway, so this should be
Good to go.
somewhat of a moot point.
Receiving you.
How about you? Yep. You're going to fire all 3. That'll keep us just below the heat.
Locking on.
There we go. Made up for your PPC miss earlier. Objective complete.
One more for the trashy.
So that was very interesting in that the reinforcements did come, but it was a lance of vehicles. Sure,
Mission
I'm happy to get out of here because I had to go all the way across the map to find those last 2 guys. So we're hungry. We want chow. We want a shower. No pilots got injured, and we took no internal structure damage on, I believe, our mechs. So pretty good. So we got our 123,000. Our scrap's probably going to be for crap. 800 XP across the board. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so choices here. You know, pretty much crap as far as weapon choices. So really, we're just looking at the mechs. The mech parts. So it looks like we already have one part of a Commando 1B and we have one part of a Commando 2D and then the Locust. So, you know, I'll take the 2D and finish it off, right? We'll confirm. Looks like we picked up the 1B part too, which is cool. And then some, you know, random. Works for me. Happy to see a successful mission. Did take a while though, so we will quickly, as quick as can, we will take a quick look at our mech warriors and the store, if there's a store on this planet. I think it may be an abandoned planet. You know, when we got here, we immediately went into the mission, so I didn't have a chance to sort of look around, as it were. But we will try and minimize that time, but we will take a quick look. You guys deserve it. So it made the Commando 2D, so we could, there it is. We're going to put it in storage. We can obviously, of course, sell it. There you go. So let's do, so A, no store. It's an abandoned planet. Apparently there are never stores on abandoned planets, which makes sense to me. Second thing, let's go look at our mech warriors real quick. So Behemoth,
Yes.
yay, Behemoth. I actually, Behemoth can get his second, whatever we want to call it, secondary skill. And, wow. I'm either going to go with the gunnery or I'm going to go with the tactics. I've got two people with this sort of combination where they are got the guts or whatever, yeah, guts and tactics. And I have one person that's got this and this. So in fact, that I think is what I'm going to go with. So that we have two of each, and then EG's a weird combination where he's got the gunnery. He doesn't have the guts, he has the tactics. So that's what we're going to go with. A lot of people argue, well, I don't say a lot of people, everybody has a different opinion. But some people, they're not huge fans of the breaching shot, but they are huge fans of the one initiative gain, especially when you get into the heavier mechs. Because how much do you end up splitting your shot anyway? But we'll do it.
Training confirmed, Commander.
It's not the end of the world. You make decisions about people's future, and then etc. So that was Behemoth.
Ready for orders.
Decker, we took that point. We're saving up now. EG, we were saving up. Glitch, yeah, that's fine. Glitch and Medusa is currently sitting out. We could get these, but I think we're saving up. So we're good there. And so last thing before we leave is let's see what we got here. So we got the campaign mission, right, to Weldry, 23 days. Looks like we're slowly moving in that general direction. We have another travel mission that's taking us to a system we haven't been to, Lyerton. It's a battle, which is what we just did. 2.5 skulls. Wow. Then we have two local missions. So, of course, our plan will be, of course, to either do both or some of them. Look at this big pair. 2 skulls, desert, damn it, battle. That's kind of what we just did. Had the reinforcements. A lot of cash. This one is an ambush convoy. I may not do this one, folks, period, even though it's on the planet. I just don't. In my brief playthrough, not playthrough the full game, but where I was learning the mechanics, I did like an escort, and I succeeded, but I thought I wasn't. I was trying to chase down these vehicles, and it was insanely like the vehicle's just going to putter away from me and get off the map, and that seems like an exercise in frustration. But I'll think about it. I'll very likely do the battle first, and I suspect it's going to be tough. They're both in desert. So, very successful. Hopefully you had fun. Sorry about those last 2 vehicles trapped in the corner. Not my fault. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.